Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and per usual, you know, I've got some stuff to show you. And yeah, pretty good week, pretty excellent week I would say. And we're just going to look at a few things today. I'm going to show you stuff that we added to the collection, and some of the stuff, of course, we'll look up close in the second half of the video like we usually do. So, starting with, I did get from Surplus Goodies some Para 64, and I did show these in a video previous to today, so that was last night, Friday. Showed these three cars. Absolutely fantastic. These roof Porsches, or roof cars that are built on Porsche chassis are pretty sweet. So hopefully if you didn't catch that video, just check back and watch that one, because those cars are wonderfully detailed. I also got from him this Tarmac works right here, this Mitsubishi Evo Wagon. We're going to take a close look at that, this guy right here in this video. So we'll check that out. And so that's that. And then I also got some mail. This was an eBay purchase. I got this guy, the last Ultra Red I need for 2020 Release 5. The only reason why it's bent like this is because I took a picture for Instagram like this with it up against the other ones, showing that it's going to join them in the MASCAR case that these are housed in. Whatever, it didn't come to me from the seller like that. So I'm not going to open that up though, because I will open that up in the video when I show the whole series together. So that's how that usually goes down. It was also, these were extra, not really extras, but it was sold as a lot with these other Cadillacs here. So with the Cadillac, the 67 Cadillac Eldorado, these are from a different series, 2020 Release 4, whatever. We'll just add them to my pile of extra Auto World that I hoard and hang on to. All right, so there's that. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, in mail form, I got from Stephen Meeks. Sent me a gift, and it was this pink, gorgeous pink Mustang right here. We might open this one up and take a peek at her in this video, because I want to get it loose. It's stayed in my collection. This is actually, I would put this right up there with one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings, is this guy. I don't know, definitely my favorite Mustang casting, for sure. But yeah, I like it. So I was glad to get this pink car. I missed out on the sale when it came to RLC. I missed out on it, wasn't able to pick up one. It's kind of like, oh well, whatever, you know, big deal. But I did want to add it to my collection, so and he was kind enough to send that to me. So thank you very much, Steven. I really do appreciate that. Then what else did I get? Oh, I got some MiniGT. We got a turntable. Don't know if I'm going to really be using this for videos. Everybody uses a turntable in videos, and you know, it's kind of cool. I like to kind of pick up the cars and handle them and stuff like that, and all that stuff. But maybe we'll work it into a video or two. I decided I would get one of these once one came up that was plain, and this is the plainest they've got it so far. I don't think they have one that's just white. I would like to have one that's just white. This one is a mirrored finish. We will open this up and check it out, though. I'm kind of interested to see. It looks like it takes just a couple AA's. So we'll pop those in and we'll check that out. And then MiniGT, we got two of the Land Rover Defenders. I already took these out of their outer cellophane packaging. So got these two. We'll take a look at those close up. And then we got a new Lamborghini, this Lamborghini Huracan Liberty Walk, LB Works in blue. That's pretty cool. And then this Mercedes, and that's pretty sweet too. So really cool there. So actually, this is probably the best, you know, bit of it is this haul right here, the MiniGTs. And so I'm excited to add those to the collection as always. MiniGT is a great brand. All right, then I did find a couple of things in stores. 3 Boulevard Cars. Of course, the gasser and the bus were missing, so I do need to add those to the collection. So, but I will eventually. I'm sure I'll have no problem ending up getting them down the road. I gotta say, like right off the bat, the color of the Buick Riviera is a little disappointing. I'll explain that when we open it up in the next half here. And then I got some mainline cars. I don't think we're going to open up really any of these. Maybe one. Maybe this new Nissan, the R390 Gti. We'll open up that one, I guess. But I picked up that Volvo. Jaguar F-Type. Porsche 944 Turbo, which I got to replace one that's messed up, and 2017 Lamborghini Urus. So those, and then a Mustang, an Acura, and this Toyota Celica. We might open this one actually because it's just ridiculously cool looking paint. So we will check that out. I think this would have been the Super in the case if it was a Super treasure hunt. And then the other thing that popped up at my Walmart was the newest Fast and the Furious mainline series from Hot Wheels, which is this right here. And I think I'm just going to do a separate video on these. Why not? Just to take a look at those and I guess give those a little bit of attention, because I just don't really want to fit them into this video, to be honest. All right, so that's going to be it for this. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around. We got a fair amount of stuff to look at in the second segment, so stay tuned for that. And let's go ahead and check out some stuff up close. All right, well, let's go ahead and start with the turntable. Just because maybe we'll just put some cars on here for the video. So let's go ahead and get it open. So it's kind of cool that MiniGT is getting into like this accessory stuff. It's kind of a neat thing. And I like MiniGT's car products. Maybe I'll like this product too. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to really open it up from one end. And check it out. Bubble wrap. There is a protective coating on this. I guess we'll peel it, whatever. Ooh, what does it take? AAA's? Not included. Why would I think that they would be included? So, give me a second. All right, there we go. We got batteries in her. I'm sorry if you guys are going to be hearing some kids screaming in the background. I'm in a room that's right next to like a play area for the kids, and they've got a friend over and stuff, and they are just, having fun. So, there it is. Doesn't make a lot of noise. It's pretty silent. She turns at a good slow pace. And it's pretty cool. Should we get the protective cover off? Might as well. Maybe. If I can get it to peel. Jeez, well, so somebody help me understand. Let's get this. Oh, here we go. There we are. Now she's a beautiful mirror. Hello. All right, so let's let her spin for a little bit. Might as well. Check it out. There you go. Tarmac works. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Like I said, I'm not going to be using this too much in videos or anything like that, but I thought it'd be kind of a cool little display thing to set a model on in my room. So, in fact, we're just going to turn it off for now. But it is kind of cool. So, very cool. All right, let's open up this Tarmac Works Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Wagon. Number 3755. Certified limited production. Packaging's cool. Ooh, that came right off. And I guess it's probably... Is it just supposed to sit on there? That's kind of... I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Just an accessory. I guess you could throw it on the top of any car at this rate. So this model is slightly disappointing to me. The only reason why, well, for one, this thing just comes right off, which is kind of silly. I wish it was actually permanently affixed. There's like nothing for it to hang on to up there, so that's a little odd. And I'm sure you guys can hear tons of that kids yelling and stuff. So again, sorry about that, but we're just gonna have to roll with it for today because I don't have any other option. All right, so I am underwhelmed. I will say that. That's the truth. Couple issues I'm having with this casting right off the bat. One is the glass is not clear. These are not cheap models, really. So the plastic that they use for the glass is not clear. The thing doesn't affix to the top, so that's a bit of an irritation to me. I mean, yeah, you can set it up there, and I guess it sits up there all right, but... And then, yeah, you get your inserted details, lots of little details around here. The paint looks pretty decent. But are you guys seeing the front bumper of this thing? Looks like it's like smacked in. Does that look like it needs to be pulled out? You get what I'm saying, right? Look at that wheel well. That's not how the actual car looks, does it? This thing does not roll really at all. Which is to be expected from Tarmac Works. Plastic base. But it looks like this bumper just needs to be pulled out a bit. It looks like it's just not quite aligned right. Look at up there too. And I've seen other eBay listings and stuff for this casting, and every picture that I've seen this in seems to have that kind of issue going on in the front. So I think that's a systematic thing. So, you know, I'm sorry. I just cannot recommend picking this model up necessarily right now. Unless you find one that has a picture of it and that front of it looks better. Because this is just not going to look great in pictures. You know, that's not flattering at all to this model. And I was excited to get an Evo Wagon. I think that was a cool idea to do this vehicle. And it's nice to get one, you know, that's just plain white, black rims. Looks great. But yeah, this front end of this car is just not great. So, all right, we're going to move that aside and move on. All right, next up, let's look at this beautiful pink Mustang. Why not? This thing is pretty in pink. Quite nice. Maybe we'll give this one a spin on the old Turntable after we open her. So, standard fare, Hot Wheels Protecto, all that good stuff. And the piece is going to get freed. Look at that. It's so beautiful. So, thanks again, Steven. So, of course, all metal body, metal base, neoclassic wheels, which look really good with this pink color. And it's just quite gorgeous. Yeah, she is pretty. So take a look at that thing spin. Just really, really cool. So thanks again. Like this piece kind of got up there in price for a little bit. I think it's calmed down a bit now, but it is very beautiful. I love the RC pink cars. You know, I don't go after all of them or whatever. I just go after the castings that I like. I'm still missing the 240Z. That one would be the grail piece out of those for me. But that car has just gotten way ridiculous in price. I'll probably never own it unless I'm able to make some sort of crazy trade for it or something like that. So, very, very pretty. I like it. It looks great. Let's go ahead and move her on here. And let's turn this back off. So, MiniGT is next. Land Rover Defender 110 Royal Mail Post Bus. 152. Go ahead and open her up. Try not to damage the box too much. I love MiniGT packaging, how it fits this and that, and the model's protected and all that good stuff. But look at that. Man, these models are just quality. Just quality. All metal, of course. The mirrors are made of like a rubber material, so they're not going to break off easily. And just can't say enough good things about MiniGT. I would recommend getting any model you think that looks cool. Go ahead and pick it up. There's not a single one that I would say don't buy. So there's that. And then to complement it here, we got the County Station Wagon gray version here. Ouch. So we'll pull that out and take a peek at that one. Very, very nice indeed. Again, so this is a fantastic casting. It's kind of cool that they decided to do it, since they really started out with mostly just cars. And MiniGT, did start out pretty slow, in my opinion, as far as with toolings and stuff like that. They started basically with that Honda Civic, that newer Honda Civic casting. Made a ton of those, and then went on to like the Liberty Walk GTR, I think was like the next one. And now they're starting to boom with new castings and stuff like that more often. And every time I see new MiniGT releases, I get excited about quite a few of the models. I don't get all of them. Some of them don't do too much for me as far as from an aesthetic, standpoint, but a lot of them do. And this Rover is just fantastic. I think I've got every version of it that's come out so far. Pretty sure I do. So really, really cool. Get that pair. And then moving on from that, we got the Lamborghini Huracan. This thing is really cool looking in blue. Let's try to get that packaging open without damaging it. So this is the newer style packaging here, newer basic style. It's really nice with the gloss and matte finish. It's just really cool. And here is the Lambo. And as usual, it's just done with great quality. And just looks really, really good. The Lamborghinis they do are just fantastic. And this one is not an exception to the rule. Looks really good. Oh, maybe a little bit of quality issue right there. Nothing too much. But man, that's a pretty looking blue. And of course, MiniGT rolls. That's the other kind of cool thing about them being a premium brand. And again, they got the rubberized mirrors and stuff like that, so it's hard to break them and all of that good stuff. So very, very good there. And then lastly, this one right here, which is the one I was most excited about in this batch, is the Mercedes-Benz 190e 2.5 16 Camel 1990 Yellow Page 200 Invitational Kyalami? I don't know. Go ahead and open her up. And take a peek. So, and I did peek at this one already. This one does have a minor issue with it. And it's interesting because Hot Customs, if you watch his channel, he just pointed out an issue with one of his. And I think this shares that sort of problem. And it's with the front end. So the front end is the grill piece is a separate piece, and it doesn't look. It's kind of hard to tell actually on camera looking at it. In person, it's a little bit more obvious. It looks like it was cut a little weird from where it doesn't sit. So you see that there's a little gap right here, almost, and then on that side it's perfectly flush. No issues. This side we got a little gap. And I've tried pushing on this to try to push it into the casting. And it doesn't look like it's going to push all the way in. So something is weird with that. The Mercedes logo is actually bent back like that. I'm sure that's for, aerodynamics there. But it gets you about, 0.1% faster having her bent back like that. But yeah, it's bent back, and I would try to bend that forward, but she would probably come right off if you tried doing that. But other than that, it looks great. I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic, and that's barely noticeable unless you're really, really looking at it. But you can see the grille does look just slightly crooked in the front. And that's the problem when you get into, lots of separate pieces for the car. is you can come into issues like that. And that seems to be maybe a common one for this tooling. I don't know. It might be. I don't think I have the issue in the other two versions of the casting that I have, but on this one it seems to have the issue. And I'll probably get every single version of this casting that they put out because I just love it so much. So very, very cool. All right. Next, we're going to look at some Hot Wheels. Let's start with the mainline stuff for just a second. We got a 1970 Toyota Celica. The only reason why I picked this one out to look at is because the color is really nice on it. It's like a pearl green. Almost looks like a color shifting car, but it's not. But it's got that kind of pearlescent feel to it. I just thought that was really cool to see that on the Celica. And I just thought it looked really, really good, so I thought I'd, show it close. And then, of course, we get this new casting that's popular. This is the Nissan R390 Gti, which is really cool that they decided to do this car new for 2021. And they did it in a kind of a basic blue, but with some sparkle to it. And we got rear detail, which is awesome. And we got front detail, which is also very cool. And just a very cool looking Hot Wheel. So only one road model of this was ever made, and it is equipped with over 350 horsepower, 3.5 liter V8 engine and a 6-speed sequential gearbox. The race version has a top speed of 200 plus miles an hour, but this would be your only road model made, and I wonder if it was in this color. Probably was. Probably why they picked it for a first release. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll see some recolors down the road, and of course we'll see it in all sorts of colors. Hopefully we get some racing liveries of it. It'd be pretty cool. All right. Next is the Boulevard Cars. So we'll start at the Riviera because this is a disappointment for me. And that was just based on the pictures of this car that I saw. Not the pictures of the car, but the pictures on the back of the card. Look how beautiful that red looks right there. It looks almost like Spectraflame-ish. And it's got different wheels as well. See that? Compared to what we got. And I think what they were going for would have looked better than what we got. If it would have got more of like a Spectraflame looking finish on the front, and it would have got those wheels, those other Wheel Riders, which are still in the arsenal. So I think that would have looked a little better than what we got. What we got isn't terrible, but I just think it would have been better the original way. You guys let me know if I'm wrong. But this paint is just a sparkly red, which looks alright, but it's not Spectraflame-ish like it looks like it would be in the artwork. So there's that. Other than that, pretty cool, full deco. Boulevard series is like the hardest series to come by, it seems, in my area anyway. They never get it, rarely ever get it. I found these cars in a box that had been opened by another collector that, he sniped out the ones that he wanted and left the rest of the box behind, and I picked up these 3 cars. Mad Mike Motorsport, Mazda Cosmo Sport, 1968. This is a cool new tooling. Mad Mike. Wheel choice is great on it. This one's a winner for sure. I dig this. Good job on the graphics on it. Looks good. Wheel choice is good. Overall, I like that one. That one's exciting. And then this one should be pretty popular. I was actually kind of surprised that whoever bought the other 2 left this one behind. This Subaru WRX STI, mostly because it's got that Subaru, kind of livery artwork kind of thing on the side. Whatever it is, the stars. I don't remember what it means. But here you go. Here's the Subaru. It looks really good, actually. That's a nice model. Very cool. All right. Well, again, sorry for the extracurricular noise in here. I'm sure you can hear that. And if you can't, well, I'm sorry I bothered you talking about it. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week. So overall, pretty good week. We got some MiniGT. I'm always happy to get MiniGT. I got those Power 64s, which actually probably are the highlight, of the new stuff that I got. But this thing is just gorgeous. I don't want to put fingerprints on it. It's going to go straight in a display case. But she is pretty in pink. And then, of course, it's cool to get some basic Hot Wheels. This, I would say, is my number one disappointment for the week. And, I don't get too many Tarmac Works. I don't want to start, ragging on Tarmac Works. But it does seem that they have some kinks in quality. I do like the brand. I do like that they do a bunch of really cool stuff. They pick some really cool stuff to do, and some of the models I have, I'm really, really happy with. Some of them leave a little bit to be desired. And I hate to say it, I like everything that's been coming out from all these different brands. Inno is the closest brand to Tarmac Works, and I know there's likely some bad blood between the two of them, something like that. I don't really know, but I just, the Inno stuff I've been a little bit more impressed with as of late. So that's just all I'm going to say. That's my honest opinion based on the cars that I've added to my collection. Now, I don't buy a ton of them, so, I'm not 100% expert here. I don't buy a ton of either Inno or Tarmac. But the ones that I do have, I think I'm more happy with the Innos so far. But I say that, and then there's a couple of Tarmac Works that I really, really love in my collection. So it's hard. There's a lot out there to buy. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching another weekly episode. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. And you all have a great, great day.